chasing several voices deeper and deeper into the forest. You and your party stumble upon a serene glade, bathed in dappled sunlight. At the center stands an imposing tree. Its bark is etched with runes that gives an eerie glow. As the tree slowly turns towards you, its horrible, ever-still screaming face reveals itself. Frozen in a state between awe and fear, you stare into those deep, dead eyes. You move closer to it as the tree's old, gnarly branches reach towards you. A screech brings you back to reality. Turning around, you see the others are being ushered towards you by several wicked-looking shrubs. One of your companions has lit his torch, and as the flame bathes the glade in light, you understand that the screeches are coming from them, the awakened plants. Hello Glacial Gamers, and welcome to D&D Lore Bite-Sized. Here we will take a short dive into different monsters, races and other D&D related stuff. Today we are traveling deep into ancient forests to take a dive in a crystal clear, cold and refreshing pool of water. Let's hope nothing meets us there. Opening my brand new monster manual for Dungeons & Dragons 2024. Yes, we are going there. Awakened plants are, well, exactly what the name implies, plants. But they have gained mobility, sageness and a voice through magic. And insanely enough, these plants not only speak a language that their maker knows, but also common. These well-spoken plants can be found all over the place, but mostly in forests if you do follow the monster manual. But as a dungeon master myself, I do like to put them in urban habitats as well. After all, most cities do have green areas. The Awakened Shrub often pops up where there is plenty of primal magic in the soil or around awakened trees. These shrubs can be any sort of small plants you typically find in a forest or garden. They often fix their leaves and whatnot to resemble faces, images or animated topiary creatures. Awakened trees are often influenced by energy from the Feywild or Shadowfell. What energy has awoken your tree will of course influence how it looks and feels. The tree seems to have two states, being trees or moving around and patrolling. Since the awakened shrub often end up around the trees, I always think about ordinary bushes with weird old man faces just staring at you when you burst through the woods on your little adventure. The other way you can get awakened plants is through plantomancers, or more commonly known as druids, bards, people who can cast awaken spell, and the mysterious gardener. You can waste 8 hours standing about, touching plants and mumbling to yourself, or you can always get a pot of awakening. This pot will, if you fill it with a regular plant, awaken the plant for you after 30 days. Either way you choose to make it, these plants will be charmed by you for 30 days or until you or your friends choose to harm it. After these 30 days, the awakened creature gains free will and can choose whether to remain friendly to you or not. That's of course dependent on how you treat it. So remember, treat your plant servants well, or they might just walk out on you. Or in the worst case scenario, just straight out turn on you. But what happens to the plants that just walk away or win the fight with their maker? Well, they might become an adventurer. Some awesome people have made several playable plant races, and one of them is the Awakened Shrub, which I am definitely going to play at one point. So go check them out for yourself, it looks awesome. I will put a link to them down in the description. Let's propagate some stat blocks for these plants. The Awakened Shrub is considered small in stature. In general, the shrub has bad stats. It has a 9 in armor class, an average of 10 HP, a movement speed of 20 feet and a -1 in initiative. The shrub's highest save is 0, which it has in constitution, intelligence and wisdom. This does actually mean that the Awakened Shrub is more intelligent than a humanoid commoner, so that is insane. The rest of the shrub's stats is in the negative state, topping it with a -4 in strength. And that does make so much sense when you notice that the shrub does not roll a die to decide how much damage it does with its rake ability. It simply does 1 damage. 1. It does have a resistance to piercing damage, which is nice. But if you do have any form of fire, it is done for. You can burn it.
Obvious.
On the other hand, the Awakened Tree does have something going for it. Even though fire is always a good idea and
thank you, Captain.
plants do not like it, the tree is considered huge. It got an armor class of 13, 59 hit points on average, a movement speed of 20 feet and a -2 in initiative. Strength-wise, the Awakened Tree is the polar opposite of the shrub, with a +4 modifier. This makes its slam ability hit for an average of 14 bludgeoning damage, and this ability has a reach of 10 feet, which is pretty good. The rest of its modifiers and saves goes from -2 to +2, so an average plant monster. But wait, there is one more awakened plant. Let's shroom our way into the Awakened Circwood. This is, stat-wise, just a skin for the Awakened Tree that fits the mushroom-filled Underdark. But there are a few differences. First off, the Awakened Circwood has dark vision out to a range of 120 feet. The other one is, if the Awakened Circwood is made through a lengthy ritual performed by a Myconid, it will not be able to speak at all. And now I'm just gonna throw in a little fun idea here for you. What if there is a crazy druid bard that has started a shop selling plants in a town, and he or she just sells awakened plants that is in a dormant state? This person can wreak so much havoc in a city or small town when each and every plant starts attacking. Just picture it. You are sitting there, minding your own business, and suddenly you are surrounded and being poked to death by your living room plants. Take that idea and go crazy with it. And if you're one of my players, please just forget this and don't pay any attention to the halfling running a flower shop. The concept of awakened plants fascinates me extremely for some reason. I do like ants and awakened trees and the walking guardian things in Warcraft, but awakened shrubs just really tickle my funny bones. Just picture it. You are on a normal Sunday walk through the park and suddenly there it is. A regular shrub in the middle of the street holding one of its branches out towards you menacingly. Or what if there's a society of these shrubs? Just a bunch of shrubs that are revolting against everyone who has ever mowed their lawn. The Shrubsistance. I just love it. The Shrubsistance. It's funny to say. Try it. But yeah, I'm rambling. Well, that's it. The plants from hell. Or that might be the blight, actually. I should go check on them. Do you guys think that my love for plant-based monsters has something to do with the fact that I worked at a garden shop at one point? Well, if you like this video and want to watch more, please like and subscribe. There are links to several playlists in the description. Feel free to drop a comment and tell me what I missed. Or if you have a suggestion to what can be covered next. Check out the rest of the channel. We have a D&D actual play podcast set in our homebrew world of Norgard. And we have a weekly D&D dad jokes. So stay rolling, and may your dice forever be frozen.